Good evening, friends, clients, followers. This is Sam Weingast with Sam Weingast Massage, and I have something to share with you. I want to share with you some self-acupressure techniques, techniques that you can do on yourself. Now, acupressure is a traditional Chinese ancient form of healing that is used to boost your immune system, improve circulation, and promote relaxation. Oh, and also alleviate pain. It's basically acupuncture, but it doesn't involve needles. Doing it on yourself is a great way to feel the therapeutic effects of acupressure, take care of your body and your mind, or just continue to do the work that we're doing in between your sessions. Working on specific points is a good way to experience it firsthand and get to know your body a little more. Before we dive in, I had a quick note on energy work. So energy work can be kind of a hard concept to understand because it is contrary to Western science. But many of you who have experienced acupressure from me know that you've fallen into like a deep state of relaxation. Now, that relaxation can't be explained by Western science because it relies on this thing called qi. Qi is kind of a combination of matter, energy, and life force. It can't be measured by any tools or anything. So according to Western science, it doesn't exist. But it is the foundation of traditional Chinese medicine. So I'm going to show you how to feel qi on your own body and work with a particular point. We're going to be working on the large intestine meridian, which starts at your index finger, flows on the back of your palm, up the inside kind of outer inside part of our arm, past our shoulders, and up the neck and ends on the opposite, right outside the opposite nostril. We're going to be working with a point right here that's large intestine 4 or Hoku. So according to traditional Chinese medicine, this meridian, this line, this channel of qi, that it's basically a river of qi. There's qi moving. Can't see it, but basically it is good for, it helps our body's ability to absorb water, eliminate solid waste, clean and detoxify the body and the organs. Working with this channel can help alleviate headaches, inflammation, arthritis, constipation, skin problems, and emotionally, it can control negativity, handle toxic thoughts, and let go of negative or challenging emotions. So it's a pretty cool channel. Now this point right here, Hoku, is good for headaches and body pain, and it's good for balancing the entire channel. So working with this point, you can kind of work with the whole channel. To locate the point, it's kind of, if you take your hand here, you have there's like a mound. Mine's pretty big because I do massage. So it's kind of like in between the thumb and the first finger. You can just like squeeze it. That mound where my middle finger is there, that is Hoku. So I want you to find a comfortable seat, or make sure you're in a comfortable seat. If you're not, pause the video and find one. Okay, so now that you're here, I want you to put your hands on your lower abdomen, kind of like below your belly button. And I want you to take some deep breaths. And if you want, you can close your eyes, or you can totally keep them open. Either way is fine. But as you're taking these deep breaths, I want you to bring your awareness to the area behind your hands, in your belly. In traditional Chinese medicine, this area is called the lower dantian, and it is the energetic center of our body. So take a few more moments just to bring the energy into your lower belly. Okay. Once you feel a little more centered, you're going to take your middle finger on one hand, and you're going to place it on Hoku. Again, how to find it is it's that mound in between your first finger and your thumb. So you're going to place your middle finger there. You can put your other fingers next to it, or you can just have your middle finger working alone. Doesn't matter. So take some deep breaths. And now I want you to bring your awareness to your hand underneath your middle finger. Bring awareness to that point, Hoku. Take some deep breaths into that connection. Now, do you feel a pulse? If you do, that is awesome. If you don't, that is totally fine. Everyone's really different. Every pulse is different. Some pulses are stronger than others. And also, everybody's sensitivity is different. It took me a really long time to be able to find the pulse when doing acupressure. At this point, I can find a pulse on almost everybody. But, yeah. Again, if you can't find a pulse, that's totally fine. Keep holding hand here until you do. You can experiment with pressure. You can put a little bit more pressure. You can take some of the pressure off. It can be hard to find the pulse. Sometimes the pulse is weak, or sometimes our sensitivity isn't tuned yet. When I am working with the pulse, I have a very light touch. So if you still can't feel it, that's totally fine. You're still creating a channel for the chi to move. But I want you to use the rest of this video to try and just find the pulse. If you can feel a pulse, I want you to focus your awareness on that pulse. That pulse you can use to subjectively measure how the chi is moving. The quality of the pulse gives you hints as to the quality of the chi. So, I'm going to ask you some words, some either or words, and I want you to, in your head, answer whether how you can describe the pulse. Is the pulse strong or is the pulse weak? Does the pulse feel fast or does it feel slow? Does the pulse feel shallow? Does it feel deep? Does it feel hard? Or does it feel soft? Does it feel warm? Or does it feel cold? When I'm working with these points, I'm trying to figure out the quality of the pulse. In short, you can think of a spectrum with excess of chi on one side and deficient of chi on the other. Simplified, an excess or too much chi can feel like a fast or strong pulse, or a deficiency in the chi can feel like a weak or a soft pulse. There's a lot of variation and nuance there, but that is the simplified explanation. So take another moment and continue to connect with that pulse. And breathe into your belly. When you breathe in, you can imagine that your belly is filling up with energy. And when you breathe out, you can imagine that the energy is rushing down your arms into your hands. What I find is over time, the pulse often evens out. Meaning if it's too strong, it chills out, or if it's too weak, it gets strong. This might happen quickly, or it might take a while. You can experiment whether more or less pressure feels good, but again, I generally have a really light touch when I'm working with the points. All right, you can open your eyes if they were closed. Congratulations, you have just worked with one of your acupoints. Yay! I hope you learned something. This is a little taste of what I'm doing when I do acupressure, although when I'm doing it, I'm normally working with 2 points at a time. So I would suggest if you're interested in doing this, hold Hoku 1 to 3 times a day and see if it makes you calmer or helps with your pain at all, or if you notice any other changes. If you liked this video, please feel free to make comments or send me emails or questions. And if you want to book a session, feel free to get in touch with me. There will be a link and a phone number somewhere near this video. I hope you have a good day. Good night.